Greetings, everybody. I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. You know, when it comes to Disney Plus, one of the most useful things on that streaming platform is that it features several categories and collections to browse through. And during this spooky season of the year, I love browsing through their Halloween collection. And to me, I think the films featured on it are simply nostalgic and underrated, while a few others are pretty interesting. And on the topic of Halloween films on Disney Plus, there was a short movie that was streamed last year that I've been wanting to share with all of you. So let's get started. Released to Disney Plus on May 28th, 2021, this is Growing Fangs. And now, let's get started. This short centers on Val Garcia, a Mexican-American teen who is half human, half vampire, and has had to keep her identity a secret from both worlds. But when her human best friend shows up at her monster-infested school, she has to confront her truth, her identity, and herself. So, my thoughts? Well, in my opinion, this short was pretty great. And to further explain why I like it, let's move on to Mustang notes. Now, there's not too much trivia to talk about other than the fact that this is the third short to come from the Launchpad series, which is a collection of American independent short films produced by Walt Disney Pictures. The films are created by various filmmakers from diverse to underrepresented racial, social, and cultural backgrounds. Submissions for Launchpad began in June 2019, and the final round of filmmakers were selected by Disney in December 2019 from a pool of 1,000 applicants. Disney financed the films and allowed the filmmakers to mentor with creative executives from various Walt Disney Studios film divisions, as well as the opportunity to receive educational classes provided by the American Film Institute. The first season of the Launchpad series was centered on the theme of discovery, which the participants were instructed to create stories around. Development process began in February 2020, but production on the first season of films was delayed due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. As of 2022, a second season focusing on the theme of connection is currently in development and should be streaming sometime in 2023. Anyway, Growing Fangs was written and directed by Anne-Marie Pace, and to me, she did a really great job, and I kind of get the feeling that this short might have the potential to be expanded into a full-length film or even a TV series, since I've heard a lot of people say that Growing Fangs is by far one of the best to come from the Launchpad films. Also, I think part of the story feels very understandable and relatable, since high school can be a very confusing time for all teenagers who are trying to find where they belong in this world as they transition closer towards adulthood. And trust me, most of us have already been through that experience, including me. Also, I must mention that not long after it was streamed on Disney Plus, the short was coincidentally aired on the Disney Channel on National Lesbian Awareness Day, which is October 8th. Not surprising, since this short features an LGBTQ protagonist, which kind of reminds me of not only a few characters from the Has Been Hotel pilot, which I blogged 4 months ago, but also two of my cousins, my former job coach, and two of my closest friends whom are also in the LGBTQ community. Man. Another reason why I like this short is that it features my old high school friend Sean Burgos, whom I performed with at Trabuco Hills High School during Christmas 2005, and whom earlier this year voiced Bumpy in Tom and Jerry Cowboy Up. And during this short, Sean plays Val's human father, Danny, who is mostly seen with the entire family at the dinner table. And now, let's talk about the film's cast. The main character, Val Garcia, is played by Kayla Monteroso Vejia. Val is a half-human, half-vampire who struggles to maintain her hectic life. To me, Val seems like a very relatable teenage girl, mainly due to her missing an old friend from another school and struggling with keeping her identity a secret from both humans and monsters. Next we have Val's human friend, Jimmy, played by Gilberto Ortiz. To me, Jimmy seems like a very nice guy due to him being the only person who understands Val, despite the fact that her family refuses to have her inform Jimmy of her vampire bloodline. Also, the part where he surprisingly shows up at Val's monster school was quite the shock, due to him running afoul of the other monster students. Next is Elsie Fang, played by Grace Song. Elsie is the head of the basketball team whom Val gains a crush on at monster school, even though she's technically the short's main high school antagonist. During this short, Elsie assigns Val to be the opposing team's mascot, known as the Horrid Human, who gets booed at by the spectators. She makes Val drink Gator Bleed, which contains pure blood, which her stomach can't handle, and she threatens to bite Jimmy. But thankfully, Elsie gets her comeuppance when Val throws a garlic enchilada at her. Finally, we come to Dora, played by Olivia Sullivan. Dora is Elsie's teammate and friend who admittedly doesn't like playing basketball, but she sticks by Elsie and later Val because she doesn't want to feel alone. To me, Dora seems like a very nice new friend for Val, and after she saves Jimmy from Elsie and reveals to everyone of her half-human traits, Dora becomes admired for Val being open, and she reveals to her that she's a half-human, half-werewolf. Man, I wonder if she'd be interested in meeting my friends, the Ramirez twins, Braulio and Ignacio, since Braulio is also half werewolf and Ignacio is also half vampire like Val. True story. Plus, I like that Val invites both Dora and Jimmy to her house for dinner. And now on to my final words. Overall, Growing Fangs is a very excellent short to come from the Disney Launchpad short film series. Even though it's only 18 minutes long, I find the story to be very engaging and relatable. The main character, Val, is an understandable teenage girl with a pretty struggling life. Her human friend Jimmy is a really nice guy, and her new friend Dora is pretty likable. Plus, the tone of Growing Fangs is kept very lively and fun, making it one of the most enjoyable shorts ever. Also, I like the fact that my friend Sean Burgos has a pretty good minor role in this. And, like I said in my Tom and Jerry Cowboy Up blog, I look forward to seeing more films that he'll be acting in the future. If you ever get the chance to check it out on Disney Plus, do so. It's a short that will leave audiences with a big smile on their faces. As for my rating, I'll give it a full 100%. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to join me for my next blog, Mustang Power.